China has been investing heavily in ports around the world, helping to improve global trade routes as part of its Belt and Road Initiative. These projects have the potential to boost local economies by increasing trade and creating new opportunities. While some countries have concerns about China's growing influence, like Trump, these investments also promote stronger global connections and economic cooperation. In this video, we'll explore China's port investments, the key locations involved, how they fit into the Belt and Road Initiative, and the discussions surrounding their impact. So, China has spent billions of dollars to either build or just buy stakes in ports around the world. These investments are spread across Asia, Africa, Europe, and even Latin America. Some of the most notable ports include Gwadar in Pakistan, Piraeus in Greece, and Hambantota in Sri Lanka. In many cases, Chinese companies either fully own or have a controlling stake in these ports. This allows China to strengthen its global trade network and ensure smooth transport of goods. The strategy behind these port investments is simple. China wants to secure its supply chains and expand its trade routes. By controlling or influencing key ports, it can reduce dependency on Western-controlled shipping routes. Many of these ports are included along important maritime trade paths, making them valuable for not just commercial reasons, but also possibly for strategic purposes. This is why some countries see China's investments as more than just economic projects. They worry that China is gaining too much control over global trade infrastructure. A major part of China's port investments is connected to its Belt and Road Initiative, also known as the BRI. This is a massive global project launched in 2013 by China to build infrastructure and improve trade routes around the world. The idea is to create a modern version of the ancient Silk Road by investing in roads, railways, and especially ports. Ports play a key role in this plan because they allow China to move goods more efficiently while also strengthening its influence in different regions. Many countries have welcomed Chinese investment because they provide much needed funding for infrastructure projects. In some cases, China has helped expand existing ports, while in other cases, it has built completely new ones from scratch. These ports improve trade, create jobs, making them an attractive option for countries that struggle to get investment from other sources. In Europe, for example, the port of Piraeus has become one of the busiest ports in the region after China's state-owned shipping company, COSCO, not to be confused with Costco, the American company, took control. It has helped turn Greece into a key transport hub for Chinese goods entering Europe. In Africa, Djibouti's port is critical for China's trade with the continent and even hosts China's first overseas military base. In South Asia, the Gwadar port in Pakistan is part of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, giving China access to the Arabian Sea. These ports not only influence China's economy, but also expand its global reach. They give China greater influence over international trade and allow Chinese companies to dominate shipping and logistics in many regions. However, this expansion has also raised concerns among Western countries, who see China's control over major global ports as a potential geopolitical risk. One of these concerns is the potential military use of these ports. While China insists that its investments are purely for economic purposes, some analysts worry that these ports could be used for strategic military purposes in the future. For example, the port of Djibouti, where China has both commercial and military facilities, is seen as a sign of China's global presence in not just trade, but also projecting power. Western countries, especially the United States and its allies, have responded by increasing their own investments in global infrastructure projects to counter China's influence. The European Union, the US, and other partners have launched initiatives like the Global Gateway and the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment, aiming to provide alternative funding for countries looking to develop their ports and transport networks without relying on China. China's ownership of ports also came up in the recent news of Trump saying that China operates the Panama Canal.
The Panama Canal is vital to our country. It's being operated by China. China. And we gave the Panama Canal to Panama. We didn't give it to China. And they've abused it. They've abused that gift. It should have never been made, by the way.
Now, obviously, China does not own or operate the Panama Canal. Rather, they just own 2 ports on either side of the canal. That is what prompted Trump's rhetoric against China. Following this, Panama's president Jose Raul Mulino announced that Panama would be exiting out of China's Belt and Road Initiative, which became huge news as it is seen to be a result of the ongoing geopolitical battle between China and the USA. Following this, the Hong Kong parent company who owned the Chinese ports in Panama, CK Hutchison, announced that it would sell a majority share of the ports to the financial US giant BlackRock. This move was met with a lot of criticism by the Chinese government and is further seen as another move in the US trying to regain control of these important ports around the world. Now, while there has been a lot of criticisms of China, at the same time, some countries see China's port investments as an opportunity rather than a threat. Many developing nations welcome this funding because it helps them modernize their infrastructure, increase trade, and boost their economies. Countries like Greece, where China owns a majority stake in the port of Piraeus, have benefited immensely from increased trade and business activity. Whether China's port strategy is seen as an opportunity or a challenge, one thing is clear: it is changing the way the world moves goods, influences economies, and shapes international relationships. And so that wraps up the story of China's global port investments. As more countries react to China's growing presence, the debate over these investments will continue. Are they a step forward for economic growth, or do they give China too much control? The answer will soon become clear. And so, with that, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think China's investments are helping or creating risks? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into global events.